the past, so what we've done with the people in Ukraine, we started in one particular area, which was the IREC testing. Then afterwards we expanded to, I would say, the whole scope of business within BICS, going from OCS, which is the customer help desk. So why do we do this? Because we see clearly value brought to BICS, thanks to the motivation of the people, thanks to the business case that we can realize. So for BICS, it's really adding a lot of value to the business, and it's being conceived by BICS management as a real asset that we have in BICS, the setup that we do in Ukraine. In the way how we constructed this deal and how we made this setup, we incorporated already a lot of experience from the past, that's one. Secondly, we had a very good cooperation and thinking process with the management of Infopulse, where we highlighted a number of issues, where we got a lot of feedback and a lot of help from them as well, in order to make the setup from the first time right. Now, when you would look to the original business case that we made, so we projected to have, after a few years, 25 people, only in IT, to where we are now, with about 140 people, and I would say where a minority is IT, we can conclude that we did the right thing, one thing, and second thing, that we really find in Ukraine a lot of very good people, very motivated people to help our business grow as it has grown until now. When you look to the product portfolio of BICS, so we are managing international traffic between, I would say, all our customers. You could call that legacy, but still it's very important because it enables worldwide the people communicating to each other in a very safe and a very cheap way. Now, to the future, we see a lot of products coming up as well, like IoT. So we're currently developing an MVNE platform, which will enable a lot of companies to do Internet of Things, and to make sure that on that level we elaborate communications between all kind of, and in that case it's not humans anymore, but it's things. So it can be cars, it can be fridges, it can be whatsoever. Well, it comes out of experience that we had in the past, where we worked with, I would say, a standard outsourcing company, where we considered the people as only doing tasks in a non-cooperative way with BICS. Now, when we made, at that time, a lessons learned, we saw that several things are very important. One thing is communication between the two sides, being the one side at BICS, the other side at the outsourcing company. When that communication doesn't work well, you see a lot of frictions, you see a lot of knowledge that's not going from one to the other, with as a result that developments that are made or the things that are done are not done in the best way. Where we could easily travel, get the people to Belgium, or we go to the partner in order to enable that communication. Now, secondly, when you look to how a normal outsourcing is done, you describe your process or you describe your IT development, and then it goes to the outsourcer. He tries to understand what you meant. He does something. Afterwards, it comes back to us as a customer, and then you see that everything or a lot was misunderstood, and that's also the reason why we wanted to have that close cooperation and that close distance.